Hello, I'm Bernie Hayes. Today we'll be talking about saving our youth with Khaleel Munir of St. Louis City Parks and Recreation today on The Bernie Hayes Show. And welcome back. Like I promised you, we'll be talking about saving the youth with Khaleel Munir. Mr. Munir, how are you, sir?
I'm very well. Thank you for having me, Mr. Hayes.
You're looking terrific. You're looking great.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
Now, you're with St. Louis Park Recreation and Forestry Department, right?
That is correct.
And you over Tandy Center?
Yes, sir. That is one of the centers that I help to manage.
What are the others?
So north you have Tandy Community Center, which is in the Ville neighborhood. And then you have Gamble Center, which is in the Jeff Vanderloo neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And you have Wold Center, which is in Kings Highway neighborhood at Kings Highway and Dr. King.
Well, you're pretty busy, aren't you?
Yes, sir. and then going south, we have 12th and Park neighborhood. 12th and Park Community Center.
Yeah.
And we a little further south, we have Marquette Recreation Center.
Wow. Now, Emily Rice Peoples is over all this department, right?
Yes,
She's
sir.
The director.
Yes, sir. She is the commissioner of recreation, so she is over all of the rec centers, all 7.
Right. She was our guest here recently.
Oh, good.
And I would like to say that Ms. Rice Peoples is a very dear friend. And Juanita Callejon is also a person that you meet with a lot, I see.
Yes, every day.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Parks and Recreation, Ms. Rice Peoples is responsible for a new internet radio station at Tandy, is that correct?
That is absolutely correct.
Tell us the purpose of that.
That is a probably one of our, if I may, our most prized programs, because this program will allow young people the opportunity to learn how to operate a program, a radio program, which will allow them to develop their own program, produce their own radio program, learn how to put the data and information together for the program. So this is actually exciting, and one of the things that excites me the most about it is because it's something about our youth that where they are intuitively connected with technology. So with an internet radio program, they just jump right in, and so it's going to be exciting to see some of the things that they come up with.
Each time I speak to you or Ms. Rice, the focus is always on the youth. And the purpose, I guess, is to save our youth. Tell us, in your heart, how do you feel about today's youth, Khaleel, and how do you want to help them and protect them?
It is continued work. Society and a lot of people in a lot of different communities, when they see the condition of our youth today, it could be disheartening. It could be somewhat sad in terms of the condition and some of the activities and behaviors that are taking place now. Mm-hmm. But even with all of that, we can't backpedal. We can't allow it to move us away from them. Sure. Actually, what it should do is bring us closer to them, because what is happening is what we're seeing is a byproduct of people moving away from them at an early age, people backpedaling away from them at an early age. So they're forced through necessity to defend for themselves and depend on outside sources to groom them, like the internet, like the music, like the things that we see in the movies and things of the sort. So, but if there's somebody that is connected to them, personally connected to them, that can help them navigate those areas of their lives that they're faced with, that push them in those negative ways. If somebody is there to help navigate them and push them back to the positive area, then it could work. So to answer your question, Bernie, we do it because we love it.
Wow. You certainly embrace them. And, you know, I visit Tandy quite often, and it's just amazing how cordial your staff is, how they welcome everybody with a smile and treat them so nice. What are some of the programs you have going on, not only at Tandy, but the other rec centers?
Bernie, let me say first, I believe we have the best staff in the world. And we say it quite often, and we let them know that we appreciate them the most, because it's our staff that the community sees when they first come into the building. So your staff is an extension of you. But our programs, I mean, of course, we have all of the sports programs, but some of the ones that we're most excited about, we have instrumental music, where students are being taught how to play the piano, how to play the trumpet, and so on, the percussions, and so on. We have water aerobics, if I may bounce from sport to creative art. We have water aerobics. We have our own basketball league, football league. We are excited to talk about bringing in golf, tennis, which are really, really good sports. We're also, Bernie, also excited about having a cooking class, and the arts are centered around cooking. We have a master chef who comes in to teach our youth how to cook. She works with them on how to manage themselves in the kitchen. So those are just some of the programs that we have. I tell you another one that we have, Bernie, that's going to be coming up very soon at Tandy in particular, is we have a lady that's going to come in and teach a sewing class.
My goodness.
So there's so much that's going on in our centers. We're just excited about it.
Yeah. Now that summer school school is out and it's coming summer, do you have some special programs? So are you open year-round?
Yes, we are open. We are open year-round, and we're going into our summer camp season, which starts in June. So we'll do 2 5-week sessions starting June 6th. So summer camp is our most popular program because the students, after being in school all year long, there's an opportunity during the summer to come and be with us for the summer. That goes from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., so the duration of the day, and a host of activities, a host of very, very fun and exciting activities that we have at each of our rec centers.
Knowing your background, you could have easily played pro ball, or you could have went into business. Why did you dedicate yourself to the children?
Because someone dedicated themselves to me. You know, I was in a bad way at one point in my my young life, and there was someone that took time and made those sacrifices to make sure that I didn't go astray or in that direction that would be detrimental to myself and my family. So I thought it best. And then here's the thing: I was chosen for this. I didn't particularly choose this. God put me on a route and led me to where I am now. So, and I'm grateful for that.
Well, he did a marvelous job. Khaleel Munir is my guest. He's from Tandy Recreation Center and also from Wool, Torthern Park, all around, from St. Louis Parks, Recreation and Forestry. And we'll be right back after these particular words.
This is an opportunity that God has given all of us at this time to work together to reopen 1411 Locust, which is so urgently needed at this community. I thank God for Bernie Hayes and for his support and standing with us all these particular years. Now it's so critical that you and I do our part also, as Bernie's been partnering with us here at NLEC TV. We've continued to maintain faith, continue to move forward, and now the doors have been opened. The City of St. Louis has approved our architectural plans. We've been given the go-ahead to make the necessary renovations that are needed. We need some miracles, and that's why I'm asking all of you prayer warriors out there, all of you that are going to use that mustard seed of faith to remove the mountains. There's some mountains. Rich and powerful people have moved back in the neighborhood, and they don't want 1411 Locust to open. They'd rather leave the people out on the street to slowly die, starved, used, misused, worked over by drug dealers, alcohol, and everything else. We want this place to be a place of hope for those that have lost all hope. And we want to open the doors, and we can do it. As you prayer warriors, go to God in earnest prayer, knocking on the doors of heaven. When He says, ask, it shall be given you, seek, and you shall find, knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Please continue to pray. Pray that God will just let the financial resources come in so we can make all of these repairs. He'll raise up the dedicated laborers for the harvest, that we will continue to see Him do exceedingly abundantly beyond what we can even ask or think. Yes, this is a spiritual battle. The principality and powers are fighting from every direction, but greater is He who's in us than he that's in the world. And that's why I'm asking all of you to join us in prayer. Believe God with us. Contact us at New Life Evangelistic Center if you believe that there's people God laid on your heart that we should see. Ask for myself, Larry Rice, or my grandson Chris Aaron Rice, that we can go visit and share the dream with you, and call us at 314-421-3020. Please pray. Get involved now. We need the body of Christ to arise as we work together to reopen this building for the glory of God.
Welcome back. My guest is Khaleel Munir from Parks and Recreation and Forestry, City of St. Louis. Mr. Munir, the programs that you offer at Tandy and the other rec sites, are they free? Do they cost anything or what?
They are absolutely free, and that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on. We have a lot of programs throughout the city that offer similar programming that actually charge for it. But the beauty of what we do is that everything is free. And where our centers are strategically located, we are in some of the neighborhoods where they need to be free.
Sure.
So this is very important because oftentimes people associate our programming, which is very easy to do if you don't know, but they associate our programming with Matthew Dickey, Herbert Hoover, some of the guys that we actually work with often, but they associate us with the Boys and Girls Clubs who actually charge for their programming, when in fact the City of St. Louis Parks and Recreation, and the Recreation Division in particular, does not charge for any program.
Well, how can one register and get more information about these different programs?
Well, one of the fastest and easiest ways to do that, if you call 314-289-5320, you can be dispatched, or you can be given the proper information to the closest recreation center in your area. There is another particular way that you could actually get information if you are near or live near a recreation center. Just walk in, and one of our rec leaders or supervisors or rec assistants would gladly help you register for any of our programming.
I notice you practice social distancing and good health measures too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. That's why we're still. We began before when COVID began to happen. We instituted a cap in terms of the amount of students that we allow into the program. So we're only going to do a certain amount of students per session. That's why we're doing 2 sessions, which will start June 6th. So 2 5-week sessions, and it will end on the 12th. So there are only 50 students that are going to be allowed, and there's a waiting list. So if you call and the waiting list is full, don't be discouraged. We have 7 other rec centers, and oftentimes that first list, some people actually fall off, so you can actually be pushed in. And staff, all of our staff will continue to wear masks. There is a constant cleaning and sanitizing throughout the day in the building to make sure that your children are safe and the staff is safe.
What are the operating hours and days?
The operating hours for summer camp in particular is 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. Our rec centers are open from at operational hours 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday hours 12 to 5.
Okay. And I noticed the Tammy's right across the street in the Ville there.
Yes.
Right across from Annie Malone Children's Home and right next
Yes, sir.
across from Sumner High School.
Yes, Historicville neighborhood.
Yeah, Historicville. And 12th and Park, and the other parks, the other rec centers that you have, they're also convenient for the people.
Yes.
Although Matthew Dickey's and the other Boys and Girls Clubs do charge, but you're not in competition with them.
No.
And you do your own things, and it's very, very good. Do the people know, how do you get the information out to the people to bring the kids here, and these are free programs?
Well, we kind of we're kind of old school in that respect. Mm-hmm. We go and knock on the doors. I think that is very important for us to our staff to know the people in the community, to knock on the doors, and the community can put a face with a name, so that when they hand a flyer, a parent, a family member, or whoever, when they see the flyer, they can associate it with this particular person that came to us who works at the rec center. Mm-hmm. So that is our main way of getting out the information. Also, we utilize social media. We also utilize each rec center has a Facebook page. The city manages our Instagram and Twitter page. We also have you go to the city's website. You get to the city's website and you go to the recreation tab, and it'll give you all of the information on all the rec center, all of the programs that are upcoming, the existing programs that are taking place right at that time, and you can get all operating hours there as well.
Well, I know that Herbert Hoover and Matthews Dickey, they charge their programs, but your programs are very similar to theirs, and yours are free.
Yes.
I guess it's funded by the city, is that right?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. All of our programs are free. Very, very comparable to everyone. I think the thing to know is that oftentimes we associate those things that are free as having less worth. Mm-hmm. And in fact, the things that are most effective, the people who the people who pushes those programs, they are the ones who give the worth to that program. So It's not the dollar amount.
Sure.
It is human worth, mm-hmm. Human interest. So it's our staff that give it the worth. It's our staff that educates themselves and go in to make sure that they are doing all of the proper things to make sure that the student is getting the best out of what they're working on.
The Commissioner, Evelyn Rice Peoples, I know is very close to Mayor Tashara Jones and also to Darlene Green, the the money lady in the city of St. Louis.
Right.
So, and I know that constant flow is going out to these rec centers because they care. And it's just amazing how dedicated your staff is, how dedicated Ms. Rice Peoples is, how dedicated Darlene Green is, and Mayor Tashara Jones as to saving our youth. And it's just amazing that a person like you is doing so much for these people. And I just want to compliment you and say thanks again. Once again, how can they reach you?
Thank you very much, Bernie. Mm-hmm. And then, if I may, I appreciate that, mm-hmm. and I appreciate that word. And as I said to you off air, the staff is a extension of its leadership. So It's a result of our leadership that you're seeing the kind of person that you're seeing today, as well as our commissioner is probably one of the sincerest people that we have, And Greg Hayes is very supportive of recreation and what we're doing. Leadership is important, and it kind of flows into the staff. So we're blessed to have solid people. But if you call us 314-289-5320 or 314-289-5300, and you can be dispatched or you can be connected to any of our rec centers, any locations.
Are parents or guardians, can they come by and take a tour of the facilities?
Absolutely. At any time, they can come by and take a tour of the facility. Staff will walk them through, and they can participate. So when you come and register, you don't have to wait and come back. If you come and register today, you can actually start today.
That's wonderful. And even the parents can have programs there for them.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. We got something for everybody.
That's wonderful. We'll take a short break here, and we'll be back with Khaleel Munir after this.
When we contemplate the grace and the love that we see in Jesus Christ and his sacrifice on the cross, we naturally want to generously give to others. Now, we think of tithing as a tax and we miss the whole point. We should generously give because we so graciously and generously receive from the love and the power of God to set ourselves free from sin. Remember, Christian, it is so important to generously give as a witness of the gospel that you yourself have received in your own life. It is important to give to churches, not just money, but your time and your resources as well, recognizing what you yourself have received, because all things, all good things that we have come from our Father above. Give generously and joyfully.
Our subject for today is Jack L. Cooper, widely acknowledged as the first African-American radio broadcaster. Cooper was born in Memphis, Tennessee in 1888. In 1924, Cooper was the assistant theater editor at the influential Chicago Defender in Chicago, Illinois. In 1929, WSBC agreed to air Cooper's The All Negro Hour. At the start, the All Negro Hour focused on live music and vaudeville comedy. By the late 1940s, Cooper's produced over 40 hours of radio each week on 4 stations. At his peak in the 1940s, Cooper commanded the largest black radio operations in America and earned over $200,000 a year. His success laid the groundwork for generations of black radio personalities. Jack L. Cooper died January 12, 1970 in Chicago. Jack L. Cooper.
The Bernie Hayes program is produced at NLEC TV right here at 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. It's our new headquarters since they closed the 1411 Locust building. We're working to get back into that building. In addition to that, trying to help so many people through a wide variety of safe houses, training programs, transportation assistance, so many ways people are getting help because of all of you that are supporting the work of New Life Evangelistic Center. Now, if you'll send a gift of $25 or more, we want to send you this special, the Bernie Hayes Show cup. And we're giving that to people. It's just a way of saying thank you. So when you send your gift, request a cup. We'll be happy to get it off to you. It's New Life Evangelistic Center, P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri. That's 63166. You can give online at nlecstl.org. Now I'm really asking all of you to join us in praying. The needs are so phenomenal at this particular time. So many hurting and homeless people are contacting us daily, but we're able to help them because of each one of you that are praying, caring, and sharing at this time. Tell your families and friends about NLEC TV and get directly involved yourself.
Welcome back. I'm Bernie Hayes. My guest is Khaleel Munir. Mr. Munir, the radio station at the Tandy Center that you're training the youth in, I notice that's associated, it's the service of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, thanks to Beverly Rice Peoples. And this should be an exciting time with the radio station there.
Yeah, it's gonna be very exciting as we talked about earlier, Bernie. This is probably one of our most anticipated programs, as the age of the participant is not limited to the youth that we service on a daily. So,
wow.
As I understand it, we are going to have students from the Harris Stowe State University.
Yes.
Which is paramount for us because We have a college student that come into the center to shoot a show or conduct a show, and they are connecting with young people whom they can talk about their experience as a college student, or whom they can probably be a tutor for.
Sure.
So those cross relationships are going to be very important for us, and we're excited about it.
I was speaking to the principal of Sumner High School and also the people of communications at Harris-Stowe State University. So you can actually offer internships at the radio station, is that right?
Yes, yes, that. We're very excited about that as well. Sean Nichols is an awesome principal over at Sumner High School. And so those internships, those students will be able to participate and work with legendary radio personalities to help them with or teach them how to operate their own show. So to be able to sit with people who has done this business for years, and they actually get the training from legends in the business of radio is beyond words. So we're excited about that, and we have an opportunity to continue to work with our neighbor, Sumner High School. And the idea with all of this is that, and I tell the staff, anytime we get an opportunity to have youth in our doors, if it's 2 minutes, if it's 3 minutes, that's 3 minutes away from crime.
Yeah.
That's 3 minutes away from just attempt or the idea of walking toward crime. So we are a safe haven, and we look at it that way.
This is wonderful. Now, once again, where are the centers located?
We have 3 North and 4 South. Tandy Community Center is in the Ville. Gamble Center is at 2907 Gamble. That is in the Jeff Vanderloo neighborhood. We have Wold Community Center at Dr. King and Kings Highway. We have 12th and Park, which is at 12th and Park Street. We have Cherokee Recreation Centers on South Jefferson. We have Marquette Community Center, which is on Minnesota. And we have Buda Community Center, which is on Hickory Street in South St. Louis.
I mean, you certainly have the city covered, that's for sure.
Yeah, we just kind of got to have the whole thing covered, Bernie.
And regardless of what the press, they portray our youth as bad, all they have to do is come into some of these rec centers and see these wonderful young children getting all this training and know so many good things in the neighborhood. And we want to thank you for all that, and the Parks and Recreation and Forestry Division for all that. So what's your future plans?
Well, our plan is just to continue to push and do what we're doing. We have some programs we're going to be rolling out really soon in the fall. And we're just completely excited about all the new things that we have coming with golf. That is one that is most popular. The radio program, we're very excited about that. And quite a few things we got coming. So everybody just tune in, get into your nearest recreation center to find out what we got going.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming by and visiting with us. And thank you so much, Khaleel Munir. Anytime we can help you, please give us a call.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Bernie.
And I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting the New Life Evangelistic Center. Our address is 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. Reverend Larry Rice has been providing services for those in need for over 50 years. And we're still trying to open 1411 Locust Street, downtown St. Louis, Missouri. I am Bernie Hayes. Please stay safe. If you have not got your vaccination shots, please get them and stay safe and protect yourself and protect others. See you next time on NLEC TV, channel 24.2.